Yo, what's up, Franck-Maleek here, and welcome to Story Saturday. Okay, so I'm hopping on here really quick just to give a little story about my move from Canada all the way to Ivory Coast, which is located in West Africa. Okay, so first I'm gonna tell you guys how I felt about it, all the inconveniences, and the stuff I guess I learned from this move. So first off, how I felt about it. Well, I moved here in 2014, but luckily I did come here to travel with my parents and my brother. In 2012 on vacation, I got to see how it was here a bit, see so many cousins. I currently have like 100 something cousins, and all of them the grandparents, since my grandparents live here, and it was really nice. You know, we go out to the beach, we ate some these really cool fruits and stuff like that, and it was really nice. But in 2014, I had made quite some friends that I don't really talk to anymore, sadly. I still, see them on social media and stuff like that. They follow me, I follow them. But, we don't really chat that much, not with most of them. I still talk with some, but not a lot. So when I moved, I felt nostalgic, a lot. And that's kind of one of the main reasons I kind of got into playing guitar. For those who follow my music account, here, let me do a little plug right there. Follow that right there. Yeah, someone gave me the guitar. It was a friend of my grandfather's. They gave me the guitar, and I would just practice because I'm self-taught. I would practice during the whole entire summer, right? I didn't really want to go out much because I wasn't really used to this environment. All this pollution, people throwing stuff on the ground, where people really don't know how to drive here. They don't know how to drive at all here. It's horrible. And there was so much bad stuff here that I kind of just didn't want to get involved in. So I was that's kind of how I became super introverted, right? And I was kind of mad at my parents for deciding to move here, because I felt like I was just about to start my life in in Canada with new friends. I was about to go to high school. No, I was about to go to middle school, and then after high school, I was I was thinking, yo, that's when my life is gonna start. That's that's when I'm gonna make real friends and stuff like that. But no, we moved to Ivory Coast. So that's kind of how I felt. I was also really sad. I was really sad. I was really sad because eventually, during summer, but I lost some friendships along the way. We would just not talk too much, and after eventually not talk at all. And when you want to talk to them, it's kind of awkward and just weird. So that's kind of how this move made me feel. Now for inconveniences. On the inconvenience side, my first year at this new school was literally the worst year of my entire life so far. No joke. I know, yeah, I'm way past it, but still, no joke, the worst year of my life. Because it was so freaking hard to adapt to these different mentalities, the way people think here, the way people are here, the way people make jokes here, and stuff like that. It was super hard for me, especially since I was one of the only 3 or 4 people in the school who actually spoke English. So most of my only friend at the time was one of the other English speakers. And since I was coming from Canada, and here in Ivory Coast, they were literally colonized by the French people. So these people speak French, right? And apparently Canadians have an accent. And I myself, I'm fluent in both languages, but I still have an accent when I speak in French, because English is my first language. So I would make so many mistakes in French, and these people would make fun of me crazy. So one inconvenience, it was really hard to adapt. And also, cool story, since I was a new kid, when we played basketball in PE, I kind of crossed over this guy, fell, and I hit 2 3-pointers on his head twice in a row. And this guy got so pissed that he called his friends, and they were literally about to gang up on me and beat me up right after PE. Thank God the teacher was there, because I was not ready to get in a fight. Yeah, the guy was loaded. Anyway, so that's kind of the main inconvenience. Also for the fact that the city isn't as clean as Calgary, that's where I was in Canada, and people aren't as welcoming either. So yeah. Now for the advantages, I got 3 advantages from moving here in Ivory Coast. The first one is that it literally taught me to have a thick skin, a thick skin, right? Thick skin, right? Because people would make fun of me, you know, mock you, push you around. So I would say it made me the confident and strong person that I am today. So I guess kind of grateful for that. Second advantage, here in Ivory Coast, Wi-Fi is super slow. Doing anything is super slow. Traffic is super slow. So I learned to be patient. Patience is one of the biggest things that I've learned here, and it's also another thing that's helped me, like, you know, develop other habits, other skills and whatnot, right? So really grateful for, you know, having come here and build my patience, I guess. Now, the last thing is that I feel like coming here in Africa kind of improved my entrepreneur sense. Because like I said in one of those other videos, that I'll probably put a card here so you guys can go watch it, problems are businesses in disguise, right? And here in Africa, there's so many problems with water, you know, recycling, pollution, you know, even traffic itself, cars, and just, I could go on forever and ever and ever, right? There's so many freaking problems, right? So it kind of, you know, just light bulb effect on my entrepreneur sense. And that's why I've been into entrepreneurship so much ever since I got here. And, you know, that's one thing I have to say I'm really, really grateful for. So that's it, guys. You know, just a really brief story about how my move was from Canada to Ivory Coast here in West Africa. Tell me if you guys ever moved from, you know, your original city to another city, how you felt, how it was for you, how you managed to adapt and stuff like that. You know, just comment down below how it was for you. Before leaving, make sure to like this video, probably share it to some friends, and subscribe. You know, this is our journey to success. Anyways, remember, when life gives you lemons, make apple juice. Peace.